Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are safe at your home, so stay home and stay safe. This video is for the students of class 7th, subject English. In this video, we shall read our lesson number 3, The Desert, from our book An Alien Hand, and this is my lecture number 1. So, we are reading our supplementary book that is An Alien Hand, lesson number 3, The Desert. The desert is the chapter that makes us understand the desert. It looks like a difficult place to live, but at the same time, nature has its own solution. These solutions make every creature survive in the desert. Be it animals, human beings, and plants there, they all survive. So let's start our lesson number 3, the desert. This lesson pictures the desert and how people, plants, and animals survive there. It is usually hot during days and temperature goes down at night. So, before starting our chapter, let's have an introduction of the chapter. Deserts are usually without water and they are either too hot or too cold. People believe that they have no life, but in fact, deserts have plants and animals that are very different because they have learned to live in the very extreme and unusual conditions in the desert. So, basically, this chapter is divided in two parts, and the first part starts with these key points. A desert is generally without water and vegetation, means it is generally believed that there is no water and no plants in a desert. A green patch with fresh water and green trees in the middle of a vast desert is a beautiful sight, and it is said that if we see a green patch of land with fresh water and green trees in the middle of the desert, then it is a very beautiful sight. A desert may be too hot or too cold, and it is saying that a desert may be too hot also or too cold also. Let's start our lesson number 3, the desert. Those of us who live in regions covered with forests and surrounded by hills may find it difficult to imagine what a desert is really like. Now, people like us who live in regions covered with forest, greenery, roads, and hills may find it difficult to imagine what a desert is really like. The popular belief is that it is an endless stretch of land, of sand, where no rain falls and therefore no vegetation grows. It is dry, hot, waterless, and without shelter. But this is not entirely correct. Now, most of the people believe that a desert is a place where there is no rainfall, no water, and no plants or greenery. And they assume that it is a dry, hot, waterless place without shelter. But it is not the complete truth. It is not entirely correct. For those who have studied it, the desert can be a beautiful place. It is the home of a variety of people, animals, and plants that have learned to live under very hot and dry conditions. True, the ground is not always hidden by a cover of grass, plants, and trees as it is in other climates. Now, most of the people believe that desert is a place where there is no rainfall, no water, and no vegetation. But the people who have studied about deserts, they say that desert is a very beautiful place. It is home for variety of people, animals, and plants who have adapted themselves according to desert climate. It is true that the land of the desert is not always covered with grasses, plants, and trees as it is in other climates, but still it is a very beautiful place to live. But whenever it rains, which is rare, desert flowers bloom and the sight can be as rewarding as that of any tropical garden. A desert is not always a flat, unchanging wasteland of dry sand. Now, whenever it rains in desert, the flowers of desert blooms and the sight is as sweet as that of a tropical garden. A desert is not always flat, unchanging wasteland of dry sand. It is sometimes a beautiful land also. It may have mountains and hills. It may have an oasis, big or small. An oasis is like a green island in the middle of a desert where a spring or a well gives plants and trees a better chance to grow. Now, we may find some mountains or hills in a desert. We may have an oasis also. Now, the question arises, what is an oasis? An oasis is a place in the middle of the desert where the water is found. Or we can say this is a fertile green land where plants can grow easily. Okay. A desert may be hot like the Thar or cold like Ladakh, but generally speaking, if a place has little or no water and vegetation, people usually call it a desert. Some deserts are almost totally without water. Now, generally we used to say that if there is a place where there is no water, no shelter, and it is very dry, then we generally say that it is a desert. So, in the same way, generally people speak if a place has a little or no water and vegetation, people usually call it a desert. In such places, strong winds blow, raising heaps of sand and depositing them as mounds. Mounds means small hills. These are called sand dunes that shift and move endlessly across the desert. Few plants can survive on such dry, shifting sands. Now, in such places like desert, strong winds blow and they carry sand with them, which deposited as a small hills. And these small hills are known as sand dunes. Due to these sand dunes, there are only few plants which can survive on such dry land. Now, this was the first part of the chapter which talks about desert and its conditions. Now, in second part, we shall read these following points. Desert plants and animals learn to require much less water than most plants and animals. We know that water is very essential for us. Every plant, animals, and every living being need water. But desert plants and animals, they adapt themselves and they learn to require much less water than most plants and animals. The camel is a typical desert animal. That's why it is known as the ship of the desert. Smaller desert animals have unusual means of satisfying their need for water. So, now we will read about camel, other small desert animals, and some desert plants. All living things need water in order to survive. The few plants and animals that live in deserts have developed the ability to require less water than most plants and animals. So it is well known by everyone that water is needed for survival. Now there are very few plants and animals that live in deserts have developed the ability to require less water in comparison to other plants and animals. Now how do they survive? We will read that. The camel, popularly known as the ship of the desert, can drink a lot of water at one time. Camels can do without water for days together. The reason is they sweat very little. Now, first of all, we will talk about camels, who are known as ship of the desert because they can survive in desert effortlessly. What do? They drink water, a lot of water at one time, and they retain the water in their body. And how are they able to retain the water? They are able to retain the water in their body because they sweat very little. We sweat because we must keep our body temperature constant. We sweat when it gets hot and this cools the body. Camels can stand high body temperature. Now we human beings, we sweat because we have to keep our body temperature constant. We sweat during hot and which cools our body. But camels can stand high body temperature. They can maintain their body temperature and they do not sweat, due to which they are able to retain the water in their body for a long period of time. They don't need to sweat and can therefore retain the water they drink for a long period of time. The smaller desert animals do not drink water. They burrow underground during the hot day and come out at night to eat. Now, this was about camels, that they drink a lot of water at once and then retain the water they drink for a long period of time in their body. Now, the question arises, how do smaller desert animals survive? They do not drink water. What do? They burrow underground during the hot day and they come out at night to eat. Some of them eat other animals and get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. Now, some of the other animals, what do? They burrow inside the ground during the daytime, hot day, and they come out at night to eat. They eat animals and other animals and get the water they need from the moisture of the meat of other animals. Others eat plants and seeds and get the water they need from plant juices. Desert plants also adapt themselves to the life they lead. Now, as I told you that some animals burrow inside the underground, okay, and they come out during night and eat other animals to satisfy their water needs. While other animals, what do? They eat plants and seeds and satisfy their water need from the plant juices. Now the question arises, how do desert plants survive? Desert plants also adapt themselves according to the environment. Cactus plants store water in their thick stems. Their roots lie close to the surface of the ground and quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains that occasionally fall. Now, how do cactus plants survive in desert? What do? They store water in their thick stems and their roots are very close to the surface of the ground. So whenever it rains, occasionally whenever it rains, they absorb the moisture from the land as soon as possible and they are able to survive in such drastic conditions. The major feature of all deserts is, of course, dryness and variation of temperature. Now, it is the most important feature of desert that all deserts are dry and there is up and down of the temperature, because in day it is very hot and it cools down during night. In humid climates, the moisture in the air acts like a blanket and protects the earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. Now in humid climate there is a moisture in the air which acts like a blanket and it protects the earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. The absence of this blanket in desert lands causes the desert to heat up rapidly during the day and to cool off rapidly at night. Now what is the reason of heating up rapidly during the day and cooling off rapidly at night? That there is absence of the blanket of air or moisture in the air in desert lands. Okay, so deserts are an important part of nature's great plan. They are there like the dense forests and deep oceans. That Just because they are hot and dry, one should not look upon them as useless parts of the earth. So we get to know that deserts are also a part of our earth. Just because they are dry and very hot, we should not look upon them as they are useless, because they are also very beautiful as our places, as other regions. So the moral of the lesson is, deserts play an important part in nature's cycle of life. Just because they are hot and dry, we should not ignore them as useless parts of the earth. So, in this chapter, we read about the desert. According to the common belief of people, it is an endless stretch of sand. There is no rainfall, therefore, no vegetation. It is dry, hot, waterless, and without shelter. According to people who have studied about desert is not always a flat land. It may have an oasis. Oasis is like a green island in the middle of a desert where water is found. Tip of the desert. Camels can drink a lot of water at one time. So who is the ship of the desert? Camel, the ship of the desert. It can drink a lot of water at one time. They can go without water for days. Wow. The reason is that they sweat very less and can stand high body temperature. Then we read about small desert animals. These animals do not drink water. They burrow underground during the hot day and come out at night to eat. Some of them eat other animals and get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. Others eat plants and seeds and get the water they need from plant juices. Then we read about desert plants. Desert plants also adapt themselves according to the climatic changes. For example, cactus plant stores water in their thick stems. Their roots are close to the surface of the ground and quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains that occasionally fall. So, this was our lesson number 3, the desert. I hope you understood it. Now, your homework is you have to read your lesson number 3, the desert, and on the basis of understanding, you have to do given question answers in your rough notebook and send your homework by tomorrow till 8 o'clock. So, these are your question answers. Comprehension check 1. First, from the first paragraph, pick out two phrases which describe the desert as most people believe it is. I repeat, first, pick out two phrases which describe the desert as most people believe it is. Second, pick out two phrases which describe the desert as specialists see it. I repeat, pick out two phrases which describe the desert as specialists see it. Which do you think is an apt description and why? So the second question is, phrases on the left in the following box occur in the text. Match each of them with the phrase on the right. Okay, so phrases on the left hand side are, first, an endless stretch of sand. Second, waterless and without shelter. Third, an oasis. Fourth, hidden by a cover of grass. I repeat, first, an endless stretch of sand. Second, waterless and without shelter. Third, an oasis. Fourth, hidden by a cover of grass. Now, phrases on right hand side are, fertile place with water and plants in a desert. Second, not visible because the grass is thick. Third, nothing but sand as far as one can see. And last, no water and no shade. What you have to do in this question, you have to match the correct phrases. Okay. Now comprehension check 2. In this, there are 3 questions which you have to do. Okay, the first question is, a camel can do without water for days together. What is the reason given in the text? I repeat, a camel can do without water for days together. What is the reason given in the text? Second, how do the smaller desert animals fulfill their need for water? How do the smaller desert animals fulfill their need for water? Third, in a desert, the temperature rises during the day and falls rapidly at night. Why? In a desert, the temperature rises during the day and falls rapidly at night. Why? That's all for today's video. I hope you liked this video. If you liked this video, then please subscribe our channel.